Hello and welcome to our new video. Today we discuss the curvature. So basically first we understand what is the meaning of that curvature. So curvature means if we have a curve, then on any plane its bendness is called the curveness, or we can say bendness. How it bends, that is called the curvature. For a straight line, if we talk about the straight line never bend at any end. So straight line have no bending, it means it have no curvature. And a circle, if we talk about the circle is a constant bending. So it has a constant bending, constant curvature. So when we talk about the curvature, if we take very small 2 points on a curve A and B, then the angle at A, any tangent passing through A, angle is alpha, and any tangent passing through B, angle is alpha plus del alpha. Then with both, we see there, when both tangents curve, angle is the del alpha. So what is the curvature? Curvature is del alpha, that angle, divided by this arc length, this length of this arc. Clear? So this del alpha divided by this gives the bendness or curveness of given curve. Means angle divided by the length of that arc. So now if we talk about the standard formula for the curvature, so we talk, if B come to A point, it means if B coming to A, then what is the change between this? We can say curvature is equal to K equal to limit B tends to A. If our B is going to on A, it means limit AB tends to 0, because this length of R going to be 0. So limit is going to be 0 del alpha upon arc of AB. Clear? Now we know that when this AB tends to be 0, so if we can say that distance is the del S, then we can say K is equal to limit delta S going to be 0 delta alpha upon delta of S, distance, shortest distance between A and B. So this is the formula for curvature. In standard form we can say this is d alpha upon of ds. So our curvature is d alpha upon ds. Now we can find this curvature for all types of curve. We can say Cartesian curve, polar curve, for Padel equation. And so I give you the formulas for that curvature. Before I give you the formula for curvature, we talk about one more thing, radius of curvature. Because radius, when we tell radius of curvature, then radius of curvature is the entirely just opposite of the curvature. So if we want the curvature, if we have the formula for radius of curvature, we reverse the formula, it becomes for formula for curvature. If we have formula for curvature, you reverse it, it becomes for radius of curvature. So radius of curvature is, so radius of curvature of any point is denoted by R, and it is reciprocal of the curvature at that point. It means we can say R is reverse of K. K is our curvature. So R is 1 by K. Now I give you the formula for radius of curvature for different types of curve. First is the radius of curvature for Cartesian curve where y is equal to f of x. If curve is in the form y is equal to f of x, then our radius of curvature r is given by 1 plus y1 square whole to the power 3 by 2 upon y2. We all talk about at particular point. They are given the point and given the curve, and then they told that find out the radius of curvature at that particular point. So we can find out with where y1 and y2 are the first order derivative of x. y1 means del dy by dx, here single order, so we use the dy, and y2 is d2y by dx square. Clear? Now second form, if our curve is given in the form x is equal to fy, then our r is same 1 plus dy by dx, at the place it's reverse dx upon dy whole square to the power 3 by 2 divide by d2x upon dy square. Clear? So these are the two formula for radius of curvature in Cartesian form. Third formula for parametric. Parametric means if we have curve x and y in another variable in form of t. For example, we can say x is equal to in ft and y is equal to some other function gt. Means x and y both are in t. Then radius of curvature is equal to x dot square plus y dot square to the power 3 by 2 upon x dot y double dot minus. Now what this dots denotes definitely this is the derivative x dot. I just describe here x dot means dx by dt, x double dot means d2x by dt square, y dot is dy by dt, y double dot means d2y by dt square, second order derivative. So for the parametric curve, our formula of radius of curvature is this. Sometimes we can use this x and y. With the help of this we can find out our this parametric change into our Cartesian form, and we can use that formula also. If we can made up dx by dt or dy by dx upon dy or dy by dx, then we go for that formula. Otherwise we can use directly for parametric, we can use this. Next is the curvature, radius of curvature for polar equation. Polar means if our curve is given in r is equal to f of theta. If our curve is given in the theta, then radius of curvature is r square plus r1 square to the power 3 by 2 upon r square plus 2r1 square minus r2 modulus. Modulus means whatever the value comes here, we can took only the positive value for this denominator, not we consider about the negative value. So r is r1 means first order derivative of r with respect to theta. So r1 is dr by d theta and r2 is d2r by d theta square. Clear? So this is our radius of curvature for polar form, and one more formula for implicit function. So first we discuss some problems on this radius of curvature, and then we go for the new formula. So radius of curvature is a very vast topic, so we go step by step. First we solve some questions on these formulas so you can understand how to find out the radius of curvature. So some examples with the use of this. Question 1. find the radius of curvature for the curve y square equal to 2x 3 minus x square at the point where tangents are parallel to x-axis. So they give the curve and point gives that where the tangents are parallel to x-axis. So first what we have, step 1, we have to find out the y1 and y2. So for y1 dy by dx, what is our y1? We differentiate this equation with respect to x. So when we differentiate 2y1 equal to, this is 6 minus 4x cube. So this becomes 2x cube. So 2 into 3, 6x square. So our 2y1 is this. Again, if we substitute here, y1 is equal to 2 cancel out, 3 taking outside. So 3 1 minus x square upon y. y1 is this. Clear? Now they say for the point where tangents are parallel to x-axis. Tangents are parallel to x-axis. It means we can use this slope dy by dx equal to 0. Clear? So with the help of this we can find out. So when we substitute this equal to 0, dy by dx, or we can say this equal to 0, so our point is come x square equal to 1. So x equal to plus minus of 1. Our point is x equal to plus minus of 1. Again y1 is there. Now we have to find out y2. One time more differentiate this with respect to y. So when we differentiate one time more, what is coming? y1 differentiate with respect to u into v. So differentiation of y is y1. So y1 square plus y2 differentiate is equal to minus 3 to the 6 of x. Clear? So here y1 is 0, point x is equal to plus minus 1, y2 is this one. y2 is what? y1 is 0, then y2 is minus of 6x divided by y. Clear? So with the help of this we can find out, when we substitute x equal to this, we can find out the value of this also. Y is 0 plus y2 equal to minus 6 into x is 1 divided by y. Y is what? When x is equal to 1, then see here, 3 minus 1 is 2. 2, this is 1. 2 2s are 4. So y square equal to 4. Then y is plus minus of 2. So we will consider its positive and negative. So y is plus minus 2. So y2 is minus of 3. Clear? Or we can say plus minus of 3. Consider the value. Now what is the formula for our radius of curvature? R is equal to 1 plus y1 square to the power 3 by 2 upon y2. Here our y1 is 0 because tangent are parallel to x-axis. So it gives r equal to 1 by y2. Modulus of this, always consider its positive value. So it is 3. So radius of curvature at that point given is equal to 1 by 3. Clear? So with the help of this we can solve. One more example I can give you for the polar formula. How we can find out the radius of curvature for polar curve. So one more example. Find the radius of curvature for polar curve. Show that radius of curvature at any point r theta, point given r theta, and curve is r square equal to a square sec of 2 theta is proportional to r cube. We have to show that radius of curvature at any point r theta of curve this is radius of curvature is proportional to r cube. We have to show that. Clear? So means we have to find out the radius of curvature. So what is the step 1 for finding out the radius of curvature? First one, we have to find out dr by d theta, means r1 and r2. So for r1, step 1, first we are taking log. When we are taking log, this is 2 log r is equal to 2 log a plus log sec 2 theta. Clear? Taking log both the sides. Now we have to differentiate this with respect to theta. So this gives 2 log r means 1 by r. Differentiation of this is dr by d theta equal to this gives constant gives 0 plus 1 by sec 2 theta. Derivation of sec 2 theta is sec x tan x. So this gives sec 2 theta tan 2 theta and derivation of 2 theta is 2. Clear? So this cancel with this. So this gives dr by d theta. 2 cancel with this. R tan 2 theta. Clear? Or we can say this is r1. So our r1 is equal to r tan 2 theta. R1 is coming. Next step we have to find out R2. One more differentiating with respect to theta. So when we find out the R2 means d2r by d theta square, differentiating both. First time when we differentiate r, then r1 tan 2 theta plus r as it is. Derivation of tan theta is sec square. So sec square of 2 theta. Clear? So it gives sec square of 2 theta and derivation of 2 theta is one more 2 here. So this is our R2. We little bit simplify it further. So our R2 is R of R1. Substitute R1 is R tan 2 theta. So this is R tan square 2 theta plus 2R sec square 2 theta. I substitute here again. This is R tan square 2 theta plus 2R. Say from here tan square out our formula relation R square plus R1 square. So R square plus R1 square is R square tan square 2 theta. When we R square common, 1 plus tan square theta is sec square 2 theta. So R square plus R1 square is given by R square sec square 2 theta. Next step, second is we have to find out R square plus 2R1 square minus R2 for our radius of curvature. So R square plus 2R1, R1 is this, R square tan square of 2 theta. This is R1 square minus R2. R2 is this. So R2 is R tan square 2 theta plus 2R sec square of 2 theta. Clear? Now just rearrange, simplify the things. see here, this is 2r square tan square 2 theta minus r square tan square. So 1r square tan square theta is there, and there is 2r square sec square theta. So again we have to when we simplify it, we will find out this is only, I can simplify it, r square plus r square tan square 2 theta. Clear? With this and with this, 2 minus 1 is 1 plus 2 r square sec square 2 theta. Clear? This is 2 r square sec square with minus sign, because outside is the minus. Now when we take r square is 1 plus tan square is sec square. So r square sec square 2 theta minus 2r square sec square 2 theta gives only 1 r square minus of r square sec square 2 theta. So this gives, this is our denominator for r and this is our numerator. So what is the formula? Again we go back for the formula of radius of curvature for the polar curve. I can show you here, just result will be there. Radius of curvature r for the polar is r square plus r1 square to the power 3 by 2 upon modulus of r square plus 2r1 square minus r2. So r square plus r1 square is this, whole to the power 3 by 2. It means 2 cancel, it will be cube. So r cube sec cube of 2 theta divide by this. This term is, we can take only positive. So r square sec square, r square sec square 2 theta. Clear? So it gives r square sec square 2 theta. So with the help of this we can see our term is cancel out, sec square, 1 sec is there, r square, 1 r is there. So what is the remaining? Radius of curvature r is equal to r sec 2 theta. Now go for the, what is the curve is given? Our given curve is r square is equal to a square sec of 2 theta. With the help of this we can substitute this sec 2 theta. So sec 2 theta is r square by a square. So we can substitute here r into r square by a square. R, see here, r is proportional to r cube. With this our radius of curvature is r cube by a at a square at any point r and theta. Hence r is proportional to r cube. We can prove this. So with the help of radius of curvature, so we put the mind what is the formula, which terms we have to find out. First order derivative, second order derivative. If we have any specified point, we have to find out the value for r1 and r2 at that point. Then we substitute whatever the term here, we can substitute, simplify it, we definitely get the solution. Clear? That's all. Next we go for the some more radius of curvature for pedal equation, and then radius of curvature at the center, Newton's formula, center of curvature. I will give you more formula and more examples on that. Thank you very much.